Hello guys and welcome back to the Dwarves. Yeah. Great. Great start. Anyway, hey guys and welcome to the stream of Dwarves. We're back, and as you already can see in the title, it's time for some OINK OINK little piggies! I notice I can't screen that too much because I don't have a compressor on my microphone, so you don't want to get screamed at all the time. And we're gonna kill some little orcs. So last time I checked, I don't know that's wrong button too. What button? Do I have any else? Any other buttons? Ah, there we go. That's Tundil, that's Wendell, who's at 0 health, which is really annoying. Which I don't know really why, but he is. So I have to figure out what that problem is. Can I just use this and confirm? Nope. Gave it to him. I don't know what the problem is. So I'll just jump right over here, which I might actually just already put it down on easy. I'll just leave it right there. Should be fine. Oh, there's something.
You and the twins approach Goodwater. A huge army of orcs has surrounded the village on 3 sides. You see smoke and fire and hear the battle cries. The village is holding out, but for how long?
Until the 3 dwarves arrive. Take on the difficult battle to defend or stay away from the battlefield and continue on your way. No, we're just gonna go jump right in and see how many orcs we can slay, and see if what's his name gets off his bum from being dead. I hope he will be. Yeah, switch characters, we got one, and I'll probably have to do a bit more strategic thinking, so this channel is not, will be a lot more, I don't know, all of the streams have done a lot of extra stuff, because a few games actually are strictly story driven, or anything that I've really played. So I might have to actually change it.
Oh, now it's getting exciting!
Yes!
Archers in front of them, 3 dwarves behind. I wouldn't like to be in their shoes.
Ah. Okay. So he's barely holding on. Keepsake from Frala brings good fortune to the wearer. Okay, then can't put it on. When damage is received, there is a 50% chance of reducing the damage by 50%. That sounds awesome. And then there's nothing else for Boendel, but Boendel doesn't really have a lot of damage. How am I supposed to do this now?
What is it?
No.
Yeah! I need help over here! Quickly!
What? Don't. I got burned. I might have to. Okay, we actually have to take out
what is it?
these guys up here because they're fortress.
Yes.
Let's do that and kill off a bunch of them.
What is it? This will take my
Throw them all away. Wait, no!
What could do with your axes over here?
Okay.
Boydell.
Well, that's...
Where is Boydell?
I don't know, I'm just gonna play it very easy for now. Until I understand the gameplay. I mean, it's not very intelligent to jump in with one of your main characters being already dead. And I do have to figure out a few more things, like how to pause the game. I think it's... Wait, pause game. The square button. Fine. Fine, I'll just let him jump right up. Okay, give him that one again. Confirm. Start the fight. Pause.
What is it? As good as done.
Go there.
What is it?
You are going to jump into battle. And then we're also going to walk up.
Understood.
Here. Okay. First, go up here on it. There's that. Go in there. Oh, yeah, we're actually various things.
Yes. Ow! Hey!
Okay.
What is it?
Use your health.
Yes. Too easy.
Okay, that's
What
great.
is it? And what now? I didn't hit you very
Whatever.
hard.
Okay, run back out. Oh, no. Stop that.
Too easy.
Kill all these guys up here.
They're hitting me pretty
Still
hard.
up.
Vile creature.
Come on.
They're hitting me pretty hard.
Yes. Get out of the way.
Yes.
There. Go in there. This jumper. Yeah, jump right up and go into rage pit.
And again.
Okay.
Yes.
Turn around. Right here.
At
You
once.
auto run up here, and I'll then just take you for jump, and then I'll just run in there and do a scream so everybody lays down. Here. Boom. And then
And what
rampage around them.
Vile creature. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What is it?
Do it.
And again.
Scream, take out those guys. They're way
Did
too...
you see that, men? Now they are warriors. Hey, you down there. I'll send you some
That's cute.
reinforcements. Let's stick it to those runts.
Yeah, stick it to those runs. Lagging. Yay!
All right then. Stay close to us.
Kill 80 attackers. Okay, well done.
And he's
Enough,
over here. Quickly.
yeah.
Over here. Quickly. I didn't hit you
Just
very
jump
hard.
it, jump in the middle of it. Wow, boom, and go on rampage. Take out
Yes.
those. Knock them all back. Okay.
And what now? Yes. And again. I have forward. What is it? Give me a hand.
Here. Knock them all back down. Man, they're really attacking up.
Yes.
Yeah, take them
What
down.
is it?
One girl doing
We are ready to put up a fight, huh?
No.
They're hitting me pretty
You
hard.
already.
Another one
everything.
bites the dust. He cheated. I need help over here, quickly.
The orcs' fighting spirit lessens with every fallen comrade. After Kragnar's death, they finally attempt to flee the battlefield. Very few escape the mercenaries' arrows.
Sweet. Great. Awesome. Nice. So I won my first battle and not everybody died. You found 10% chance to regenerate 10% health during a successful attack. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. And more provisions. Cool.
The leader of the mercenaries approaches you, surrounded by his soldiers. His expression is one of recognition, caution, perhaps even awe.
This is weird. The games looks a bit, what do you call it?
You're the groundling dwarf that was here a few nights ago. I got you all wrong. Thank you for your help.
Always
a young
welcome.
mercenary runs towards you. He has something in his hands that he clearly wants to get rid of quickly.
Commander, we found this on their leader. It feels strange.
What?
The commander looks at the amulet in the man's hand and makes no suggestion that he plans to touch it himself. You take your opportunity.
May I?
You take the amulet and can feel a tingling on your skin. It is clearly magical.
Oh yeah.
Keep it as a sign of our gratitude.
The commander bids you farewell with a short nod and moves away. It would seem he thinks he's made a good deal.
Cool. That's awesome. One of the buttons now. There we go. So this. We give this item to Bundil because he seems to always get hit. You have 12 injuries, dude. How do you sustain 12 injuries? Oh. That's cute. Is that 1, 2, 3, 8? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Basically dead. Cool. Yeah, so we have that, and there's another orc horde right there that we can't take on immediately. Can we do anything in the city? Good water. No, I can't. Encampment with oak. Do need just a day to heal back up. Did I heal up? That's a good question now, right? 7 injuries. Oh yeah, so you heal 1 injury in each way around. Okay, cool. Just go up there.
Axeldale is shrouded in an eerie silence as you approach. There's not a single fishing boat on the river, and many of the houses are now just burnt-out ruins.
The big-nosed beasts have made a grim job of it. Seems they don't like fish.
Boendal gives his brother a reproachful look. There are dead bodies everywhere, but it seems to you that there should be more of them. For a brief moment, you hope that the villagers had fled. But then you realize that the orcs were probably hungry after their victory, and your stomach turns.
Yep, that doesn't sound
Boendal
great.
lays a hand on your shoulder.
Let's go. There's nothing more we can do for these people. But maybe there are others we can help.
Okay. Just want to run down there. And 19. You can stop this one though. Or help them. That's... Oh wait, no, that's...
Clute Meadow is recovering from a recent battle. You hear some villagers talking about the attack. It would seem that King Tilligorn's cavalry had protected the settlement and destroyed the army of orcs.
Okay. So they're recovering, so we can march forward, down, towards...
By the evening
17.
campfire, Boindale rummages around in his rucksack and pulls out a cheese
Oh, no.
wrapped in a cloth.
You're
He sticks a fist-sized piece on a spit and grills it on the fire.
Ah, there's nothing better than grilled cheese at the end of a long day.
The smell it gives off makes you hold your breath.
Oh, it smells like my socks after weeks of marching in my boots.
Half the love of the cheese of the dwarves. Stinks like crap. Oh, picky are you? Hardly surprising considering you were brought up by humans. It's ruined your taste.
You pull the warm piece of cheese from the stick. It tastes dreadful. Your fingers will smell of it for the next few days, and probably your mouth will too.
Oh, lovely. Anyway. Oh wait, I don't have a lot left. Can I get some more provisions here?
You arrive at a crossroads with a tavern on the corner. A warm light is emanating from its window, lighting up the road around it. A stone sculpture of a sheep stands in front of the door, and above it a sign, swaying gently in the breeze, reads, "The Stone Sheep."
Oh. Stay where you are and observe the surroundings. Enter the tavern. Ignore the tavern. Enter the tavern.
You enter the tavern with a determined stride, and are greeted by a thick wall of pipe smoke.
Nice.
The dozen or so drinkers at the tables turn towards you, then give each other astonished and slightly worried looks.
Nah, just sit down.
You walk to the nearest empty table with the twins in tow and sit down. The landlord comes out from behind the bar.
What can I get you?
You hear surly muttering from one of the tables.
What are groundlings doing showing their faces here, now of all times?
Okay, to the neighboring table. Why is this particularly strange that we were here now? Wouldn't mind some ale for me and my two friends. Round on me. I would definitely. Two travelers passed this way. One was a fabulous, other mercenary. Show me what you have for sale. We're looking for a room for the night. Well, I think I do have enough rounds, so let's give out a round. Stand up and turn to the room.
You stand up and turn to the room.
This round's on me.
The faces of the guests and the landlord brighten up immediately.
Nice. That's
The
how you get
landlord
a
gets to
crowd.
work pulling everyone a beer and handing out the tankards. Some of the guests say cheers to you as they get their drinks.
Awesome. Then let's
Did two
ask about
travellers
that.
pass this way? One was
Travellers?
a fabulous, the other a mercenary.
The landlord shakes his head indifferently and mumbles something incoherently. One of the guests is about to say something, but shuts up when the person next to him gives him a poke.
Oh man, they got me. Well, let's ask why we're not welcomed
You
here.
turn to the guest who'd muttered something about groundlings.
And why is it so strange that we're here?
The man glances up briefly and then stares drunkenly at his tankard and mutters with a slur,
Don't play the innocent. The orcs are terrorizing our lands. And whose fault is it? You let them in.
I was not at the Stone Gateway, and I don't know what happened. But you can be sure of one thing. Dwarves would never cooperate with orcs. We kill them no
Absolutely.
sooner than we say them. Or my name isn't Boindale Doubleblade.
The
Double
drunkard
blade.
and his neighbour are given a start. They mumble an apology and turn their attention to the beer in front of them.
It's really cute how the whole story of the book is somehow put into a free roaming map. So I can just always really say absolutely. Let's see what they got for sale. We do need a little bit more provisions. because we're almost out. Healing potion. Bit less damage for a while. No, but I will take the healing potion. Firm. And then get a little... I don't need... Wait, right button. That much, but let's get provisions for like 10 days. We don't have to worry about that. Firm. Awesome. Confirm. Okay, so what happened?
Come on now, tell us what happened. We're all friends here.
The man who was going to speak the first time round looks over to his neighbour, who nods.
2 travellers spent the night here. One had a robe on, the other was a mercenary. The next day they left, all in a hurry. Said they'd been attacked by an elf.
One of the other drinkers finds his voice too.
There was a hell of a lot of noise that night. As if there'd been a dust-up.
You left
It's
some
weird that
gold
the
here for
elf
the trouble.
is actually
I
written
thought
with
they
an
meant
A
the
double.
noise, but then I noticed the broken window.
The landlord sighs.
Please don't tell anyone else about this. Who would want to spend a night in a tavern where an elf has been sighted?
So it's not the elf, it's the other things that I already I forgot the names for. I know in German it's the Albae, which is really weird, but whatever. I left some gold here for the trouble. I thought there might be... Okay, well then let's stay in the room and we'll
We're
find
tired
out.
and long for a proper bed.
Of course, gentlemen.
You spend a restful night in the tavern and then head off on your way again.
Okay, no Albae. Nice. Why did I gain experience? Okay, cool. Well, no injuries left anymore. That's cool. So now we can really get in the fighting spirit again.
There are dead orcs lying in the defensive trenches and strewn over the meadows in front of the city. Some of the locals are busy throwing the bodies on pyres, while others repair the minor damage done to the city wall. You enter the city and the garrison at its centre without being spoken to. It is only when you reach a heavy oak door that leads, you assume, to the commanding officer's headquarters, that you are halted by a guard.
Dwarves, eh? Seems we aren't to be spared anything these days. What do you want?
How rude. Let's see, have you had dealings with the orcs too? Didn't know that Stapleton was so big. I'd like to speak to you, Commander.
It looks like you've got an orc problem.
Had. Our scouts detected the army early on, and we were able to repel them without any great losses. A small army of orcs like that couldn't breach our mighty walls.
Okay.
Your mighty walls look like they're about to collapse under their own weight.
The soldier isn't intimidated by Boyndon.
Dwarves always.
He juts his chin out confidently.
At least they stopped the orcs, unlike your dwarven walls in the north.
Enrage dwarf, but yes, dwarves are very, very proud of their construction stuff, especially the secondlings, as they're called here, or the people from the south, the southern dwarves. They are really into stonework, so that's why Boendil is always will be probably even more talk about that stuff in the game to come. So that's really cool. Didn't know that Stone was so big. I'd like to speak to your commander.
I must speak with your commander.
Commander Valor doesn't have time. He's still very busy dealing with the aftermath of the orc attack.
Well, I have very important information for him. I only need to speak to him for a minute. Sure, interest the commander. You will take me to speak to them immediately.
Commander Valor is dealing with the orc problem, and I have important information concerning it. I witnessed a meeting of the orc lords.
The guard eyes you with interest and tries to judge whether you can be trusted. Finally, he stands up, opens a door, and enters the room ahead of you. The commander looks up from his work. The guard repeats what you told him.
Your information about the orcs could be useful. We have fought them back, but not yet defeated them. Come in.
The commander listens attentively, and now and then asks questions, as you tell him about the 3 orc armies, and the meeting of the chieftains with the Alv Sintharas.
This
Oh, it is
sounds
the elf.
very grave. I will send out messengers. We must be prepared.
So elves are the bad guys, and what are the elves then? With a V and an E, that would be even worse. This sounds very brave. Okay. Orc army that attacked Stapleton was able to escape. We must press on. Farewell, Commander.
The orc army that attacked you was able to escape?
What was left of it? They headed south. Unfortunately, I can't send anyone after them until the damage to the wall is repaired.
Which will
The
take a long
commander
while.
looks at you with a disgruntled expression. It suddenly seems clear to him who he has standing in front of him.
If you're interested, you could try and wipe out the mob that got away and collect the bounty.
Yes, collect the
Killing
bounty.
pig noses and getting paid for it? Where's the heads?
You grin at Boindil, and then turn back to the
Yes.
commander.
We'll see what we can do. We
Awesome.
must press on. Farewell, Commander Valor.
Kill as many orcs as you can, dwarves. Palandir will be with you.
Palandio, of course. So it has a 9 point, that's a 15. Well, just go there as quickly as possible. Let's kill that
You
orc
approach
horde.
Scalebrook through its expansive fields,
Yes.
and spot smoke rising up into the sky.
Okay.
A short while later, you can hear the cries of battle, and finally you can smell the tallow on the orc's armor. Scalebrook is at war.
Yes. Okay, now this should get a lot easier. And we'll see how this goes. With it being on very easy and all my guys being fully healed up, and if that works out, I'll try to increase the difficulty again. But I do want to see the story because the book is thick, and it takes me about a week to read it, so I don't want to take out the journey too long with me constantly getting killed by all the orcs. Because I am not really a tactical thinker, so yeah. He has an item, he doesn't have an item, but at the same time, I don't think we need it. Oh, the relationships improved, that's a nice thing. Okay, fine, then start the fight.
We have to help those people.
Can't.
Find somewhere safe to hide. We'll come back for you once we've saved the other villagers.
Okay.
What is it?
Where's my born dead? Why does he already have that many injury areas?
Too easy.
Let's go here and then rage. I can't sweep at him. There we go. Killed him.
Who's next?
Attack him. Killed him.
Pow! Another one bites the dust.
Brindle's at it, but let's kill him with.
He hardly too easy.
Okay, fine. Wait.
Understood.
Just go up there and then turn up here and see what you can do. They don't seem like they need help. We just run up here and just throw them over. Okay, good. Looks like they're all running away.
They're fleeing.
But we want to kill
They're
them.
just rallying.
And that's what we should do too. Come on.
Okay, where are they rallying?
Thank you so much. You saved us.
Not yet.
Not yet,
The
yeah.
orcs are rallying. You must join us.
But we can't.
You must. Here they come.
Let the dwarves take the front hand, especially with going there, and then just here.
Now what now?
Oh, wrong button.
Pow! Another
Here.
one bites the dust.
Take that. I really want to do that, but I can't do that. Throw them over. And kill these guys over here. Oops. Did you just kill that girl? Oh no, she gets back up. Here. Just go on the rampage. One over here. Let's swipe him over. Move him off the battlefield. Finally, come on, seriously? Get up there. You big mighty fellow. There we go.
He hardly put up a fight.
Wonder why you not up there. Do a rampage on him. Boom. There we go. There we go. There you. Good. Boom. Take them out. That looks great. Take out the big guy.
Yes?
They're doing
At once.
fine.
And what now?
Okay, cool.
Yes, yes. Huh?
That should be the last one, right?
Another one bites the dust.
Nice. All of them done. Then now we have to actually run up here. Take out the archers.
What is it? Oh, he didn't hit you very hard.
Oh wait, I can actually jump up there.
Huh?
Ow! Another
nice.
one bites the dust.
There we go. What happened? Did we win? All of them run away? It's still so weird to see those little orclings, but I know I do know that that the orcs do have a lot of small orcish thingies or goblins with them, so they're not the only orcs, because I think
While
the big ones
Boindale
are
still
actually.
hunts the last of the orcs through the alleyways of the village.
Yes.
You and Boindale
That's
are already
Boindale.
helping search for survivors. Various villagers, all with shocked, ashen faces, come and thank you for saving them. A middle-aged man nervously steps from one foot to the other and tries to force a smile.
My father, the village elder, he is dead. I think I must follow in his footsteps, so I thank you in the name of Scalebrook. He left behind some gold as a dowry for my sister. She's...
Oh man.
The man bows his head, produces a leather pouch, and kneads it with trembling hands.
If only you'd come earlier.
But before
Well,
you can reply, the man takes a deep breath and forces
came as
himself
quickly
to look
as
at you.
What
possible.
am I saying? How ungrateful. Thanks to you, many of us are still alive. My daughter may be able to marry one day, thanks to your bravery.
The man
You're
hesitates
welcome.
briefly, then thrusts the leather pouch towards you.
Well, we need a
You
lot of
accept
journey
the
stuff.
reward with a small bow.
Thank you.
We will bury our dead.
It's also
and
not very
rebuild the village.
nice, actually.
Life goes
but
on.
give it back.
Thanks to you,
Unless
noble
we really
gentleman.
don't need it. I'm so confused. Oh, why does it keep on changing where the people are? Whatever. Okay, I got another healing potion. Got more provisions. Also, great. Then let's continue on. Go up.
You see a camp with a wagon and two people on the edge of the path.
Okay.
Behind them, Black Saddle towers up above a thick, dark forest, about a half a day's journey away.
Nice. Stay where you are, continue to watch what happens, go to the humans, speak to them, ignore the camp, and continue. Let's go be nice. See, you can have wagon, two people on the edge of the path behind them.
You don't
Can
want
only
to
be
give them a
nice.
shock, so you address them while you're still a distance away.
Hello, friends. Is there any space by your fire?
The two traders look up and visibly jump when they see you three dwarves.
Ah, hello. Yes, of course.
It doesn't escape your attention that you seem to be causing the traders some uneasiness, but you take up their offer and sit down. The twins follow your example.
Oh, that's good.
We're only travellers. We're looking for someone who's said to live on Blacksaddle. A hermit.
Someone who lives here?
The traders exchange amazed looks.
If they live here, they must be mad.
Normally we wouldn't stop and rest here, but the horses are too exhausted. Our departure from Parista was delayed, and we must have driven them too hard.
The story behind Blacksaddle.
Why does
Let's
Blacksaddle
go.
make you feel uneasy? It doesn't look particularly inviting, but it's only a mountain.
Only a
mountain.
mountain? You don't know the legend?
The trader looks at
pretty
you
cool.
and the twins for affirmation, but you all shake your heads.
Blacksaddle was once known as Cloudpiercer, and it towered up into the heavens, the upper slopes of pure gold and the summit covered in snow. The humans wanted to attain this wealth, but the smooth slopes and the dazzling summit made the climb impossible. They called on the dwarves to help them. They were able to tunnel up through Cloudpiercer to the top. They hollowed it out and carried away the gold. The humans demanded that the treasure be shared, but the dwarves refused, and as they argued, the mountain began to tremble. There were too many holes inside for it to hold together. It collapsed and buried both greedy parties underneath it. The mountain lost its tremendous size and its beauty, and ever since has haunted both humans and dwarves with its erosive hatred, causing even the rocks to turn black over time. Pfft, never heard of it. Sounds like human tittle-tattle. Dwarves would never hollow out a mountain so much that it collapses.
At least not the second things and all of the other three tribes. There's one tribe that we will learn of later that are really aren't that good of dwarves, unless you consider something else good at. Well, let's see if you have something.
How are things there?
No news to speak of, I'd say. Well, except for Nudin the Knowledge Lusty.
Knowledge
You know
Lusty.
Nudin the Knowledge Lusty. Lonan introduced him to you many years ago during a visit.
What about him?
Oh, nothing really. Just rumors.
You nod at the trader to continue.
He's behaving strangely and disappears into his tower for days on end.
Merely looks ill, apparently. Well, that's what someone I know said. Perhaps he got a spell wrong.
Probably. That's how he looked. If you didn't see last episode, Nudin the whatever his name was again, the Wise or Knowledge Lusty came in and he looked horrendous, like basically Bootstrap Bill from Pirates of the Caribbean with even more just really fat and even more disgusting things on his face. It was hideous. Anyway, I think I'm good. What is this? Small elixir of here deals a bit more damage for a while. Nah. Let's get a few provisions. Here, like 20 days or something, I don't know. Confirm.
Later in the night, after eating together and some friendly conversation by the campfire, you all decide to sleep. But you take the first watch. It's a night in which nothing happens, and the next morning the traders set off early.
Cool.
After breakfast, you also continue on your journey.
Let's go to Blacksandale. What is this? Oh, okay, so they're traveling merchants. 25 experience added. Nice.
After a march through the thick pine forest, Blacksaddle, the sinister tabletop mountain, and your journey's destination rises up before you.
it rises up. Sad that the game, the loading time is so hideous on
Are
this
you
thing.
sure that the famulus lives here?
Oh wow.
Yes, according to Lot-Yonan.
Although you try to put a lot of assurance into your voice, you too see no signs that anyone lives here.
No castle, no tunnel, no camp. There's nothing here but mountain.
Then we'll have to take a closer look.
You do that, scholar. We'll be waiting for you here.
You think about objecting, but it would just be a waste of breath.
Exactly. Okay. Do the twins have anything to say?
Found anything? A hidden camp?
No.
Okay, fine. Let's then scabble around real quick. Okay, so that's all cloudy.
No trace of Goren here either. If he's
Goren.
close, then there must be some kind of
Alright, it
cave
is actually
somewhere
next
in the
to that.
mountain.
That makes sense. Let's see if I can... There's a crack.
I can only climb a little way here. There must be a better way.
Thing when dwarves are too fat.
An old tree. Looks like it could fall down at any moment.
Okay. Well, climb a tree. Seriously?
There we go.
Or that's a way to go up. I wouldn't trust that tree to support anything, but... Okay. It's cute. 25 experience.
Too
Check
steep.
out the thing.
I can't get a grip anywhere.
Sure, climb up a whole mountain. What was that? On the... Look down.
If Goren is here, then he is further up. I should find some kind of clue before I climb down again.
Okay.
I should be able to get up here.
Yeah? Awesome. Rock slides.
That was close.
Well, let's do it again.
I hope this is all worth it.
Worth it. Just bringing back some mystic books. I love the grumbling of the mountain. Gives a nice extra detail that the book actually says. That looks probably too...
Something
no.
engraved on it.
Oh no, graving.
You realize with surprise that they are runes in the Dwarven language.
Which yeah, I can read because I'm a scholar.
Built with the blood of our enemies, be unyielding as the rock, and soak the land in their blood. Huh?
Anything else out here? No. Have to go in. Okay, cool. A lot of mysteries going around here. Whose enemies are it that the dwarves would have spilled here? Because they're not enemies with the humans directly. They don't really like the humans, even though they're protectors of the humans and the elves. At the same time, they don't really interact with them.
Hello?
No, I can't go farther down. Okay, more runes on the floor. There's a grave. As you do, first thing you put up when you enter a dwarven site, a grave. Nicely, man, everything collapsed around here. Pretty cool to see see all of the dwarven stuff. put into
Master
graphics.
Garen, Lot Yonan sent me to bring some items back to you.
Whoopsie. No, he.
My inquiries are almost at an end. That means I can finally go to be with my sunshine. I have never been to Greenglade, but I think I will like it there. I deposited my most valuable things in the grave of Horengarth before my departure and secured it with magic. The password is...
You recognize the following words as rune names, but they're written in the learned language, so you don't know which they are.
Greenglade. Oh, great.
Yay, to the elves. Well, I'll take the lamp real quick.
Useful. An eternal flame. I know who taught him that.
Hello, and welcome to the stream.
You see sketches and notes on the architectural features, statues and wall reliefs. It seems Garen spent a lot of time studying this place.
Wow.
Maybe he's kind of a dwarf historian, or maybe he's just a treasure hunter.
Or he studied something else. Let's check out what else we have. What in the world?
Hello? Is anyone there?
That's weird. I don't want to hear weird voices. Oh, there's provisions.
It looks as though Garen lived in the fortress for a while. It also seems that he left several lunar orbits ago.
Lunar orbits? Well, if there are...
Stop stealing, it would just be a shame if the provisions went off.
Exactly. Just light everything. Light the whole thing back up.
A series of weapons that are all clearly of dwarven origin. The spider webs and rust suggest they have been here for quite a while. Maybe even centuries.
What? Dwarven's weapons don't rust? What are they talking about? Oh wait, there's actually an upstairs. Can I go upstairs? No? Okay, cool. Anything else we got here over here? So here's the grave that is sealed. Probably. Some magic runes. And I can't. Oh, those are the runes. I get it. Well, can you show me the order of the runes? You just light them up?
A rune. Clearly magical.
Woo! Might have to reread through it. One, two. So that is the first one. The other one is just not the second one. Quick combination. Can't do anything, so that's wrong too. We're only left with one more. Like the room there. Come on. Nope. Okay, last try. Yeah, binary codes are not very useful. Do. They're easy to break. If you have enough attempts, you can just easily break them. Especially if they answer it directly. If it's if they answer directly that you can't use it. Okay, run around the other corner. Open it up. That's
Garen's most valuable belongings.
What is
Letters
it?
from his lover, a silk scarf that must have belonged to her, and a medallion.
Okay. Take it with you so we can figure out and have everything here added to your inventory so we can just... So that looks like that's everything, right? Okay, then probably should go, right? Leave the secret fortress. Amazing. Okay, I can equip items during battle. Does Boandel have so many injuries now? Well, whatever. Let's go. I wanted to check here. Anything else in there?
Here's a... No, forget it.
Penis drawn on somewhere? Nah, probably not, right? Oh, I climbed all the way down? Awesome. We got something. Let's talk to the twins and get out of here. Come on.
So, Scholar, what are the results of your inquiries?
Scholars.
There is an abandoned fortress in the mountain, and I think it belonged to the Thirdlings.
Boindale's eyes narrow.
The blasted dwarf killers! A Thirdling
Hated
fortress
blood killers,
here,
the Thirdlings.
in the middle of Girdlegard? We must let High King Gundrabur know
Girdlegard.
about this.
The fortress has been long abandoned by the looks of it. Anyway, I can't go to Ogre's death until I have completed my quest. Goren is in Greenglade.
Elves. What does the High King really want from me? What do you know about the Thirdlings? Let's figure out about the Thirdlings
Thirdling
first.
fortress? Here, in the heart of Girdlegard. That's strange, isn't it?
And worrying.
Eh.
They've always been wily. They move in the shadows and kill there too if they can. Do you know their story?
I've read about it. Lorenver, their progenitor, rejected the name that Vrakas gave him, who in turn did not give him any special talent, so his kingdom studied war.
It helps them defending the East, but it also meant they ended up confronting the other kingdoms. No dwarf would ever even think of injuring one of his kind, never mind killing them. But the dwarf killers are proud of it. When they were even more powerful, they wanted to become the rulers of all dwarves. They are envious of our skills. They haven't been heard of for a long time, but you can be sure there isn't a single dwarf alive who doesn't hate them.
It's already said. So you have the 5 tribes of the dwarves. You have the firsts who are really good with any kind of iron, mainly iron and steel. They have the secondlings who are really good with stone. The thirdlings who don't have any talent except for war. The fourths are very good with gems, and the fifth were now plotted out by the dead land that we're what are they called? The Magus trying to stop. So that's the 5 kingdoms that you have of the dwarves, and as you see the thirds do have their own special ability. It's called wall, but nothing else. They're supposed to be better than humans, but they're hated by all 4 tribes. But they do have more dealings with the humans.
The High King. Why do you want to bring me to him?
All right then. It's about the choice of the new High King. Gandagar, the king of the Fourthlings, is with his entourage in Ogre's death and is supposed to ascend the throne. But our acting High King Gundrabur wants to prevent that from happening. He fears that Gandagar wishes to instigate a war against the elves.
So it is only elves and elves. Just a little different writing, but the same pronunciation, more or less. And
but what have I got to do with that?
Boindil is about to say something, but is silenced by a nudge in the side from his brother.
High King Gundrabur will explain everything when the time comes.
Boindil is
You look distrustfully from one twin to the other. Boindil has donned an innocent expression, and Boendal doesn't give you the impression that he has anything else to say on the matter.
Aww.
What does this King Gandagar have against the elves?
Dwarves and elves just don't get along. Brachus and Satalia made us that way.
I know that, but going to war for just that after all this time?
Well, there must be more behind it. They say that the King of the Fourthlings is full of hatred and is a hothead in this matter.
Whatever, your High King must wait. I have a quest to carry out in Greenglade.
But our quest is...
Boindil raises a placatory hand and throws his rucksack onto his back in preparation.
Let it be, dear brother. Look at him. He has made his decision, and you will not be able to change his stubborn dwarven mind.
You can't help but smile.
Ingram being actually the rational one here is a bit weird. Because he's actually always the impulsive, like he just wanted to tell us what the High King really wants of us. Or the King of Kings. So, Greendale, where's Greendale? All the way up there. So you have Greendale right here, or Alandur, and then you have Zombozo, which is the elves, with an A across and the double dots of E. And then you have the Force up here, and I think you have another, yeah, here. Mistmarch should be another elvish kingdom right here. So they're closer to the elves than all of the other tribes, so that's why they hate them a little bit more. So there's one more orc horde around here. They're very far off. There's a... No... Okay. Oh, I know. No. Forgot the buttons. Oh, duh. Main quest. The Elf Centaurs ordered 3 orc warlords to cause. Okay. I really want to finish the side quest, so I hate leaving things unfinished. Let's try to catch up with them. Then just get more provisions on the way. One of the cities should have something
Several
here.
wagons.
There they are. I could get you.
Okay.
The farmstead. You split up and so there are no signs of...
Let's get rid of the last orc horde.
As you near Calmstead, you see that the surrounding field...
Doesn't matter. It's time to kill some orcs and defend Calm Steed. I think it's pronounced that way. Not very good pronunciation. It's a bit annoying for me. Let's kick some butts. Or at least reading pronunciations, I realized. Oh, and I also did forget a Happy Valentine's Day for those who actually celebrate. And by the let your love spread to all people. So he has nothing equipped. Let's change that. Equip him with that, and then yeah, up window, and yeah, that. I want to know if these are one-time things or not. I'm a bit confused why I can't. I can go down, but I can't go up. Whatever.
Help! Let us out! There are still people in the houses!
Let's get them out of there, and quickly.
Yeah!
Boom. But let's rampage around.
You very hard.
Huh?
Yeah, easy.
Boom. Can we get him out somehow? No, just kill all the dwarves. Okay.
What now? Wild creature.
Oh, window is so fast. Here. Boom.
He hardly put up a fight.
Huh?
Yeah.
Here.
I didn't hit you very hard.
Nothing over. Kill him. One goes all by himself. So you can switch around that and then kill another.
Too easy.
Here. One down here.
Yes. Huh?
Oh, yes. So it just activates it. Oops. With 15 seconds.
What now?
Okay, cool.
What is it?
Here. Boom. Knocked down. Let me just go.
I didn't hit you very hard.
Nope. Ah, I didn't want to do that. Whatever.
Pow! Another one.
Oh, okay, so I'm getting knocked down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Free villagers. How do I free the villagers? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And what now?
I know about. Get over here. There we go. Free the villagers. What else we got? Move up here. And then jump on them.
Pow! Another one bites the dust.
Run up here with him. And let's get him up. Boom.
Yes? What is it?
Huh? Use that, use
what is
that,
it?
That. Okay. Kill him. Not kill him.
Huh?
Whack him around.
Yeah.
Kill the big guy.
Yes.
And again.
He hardly put up a fight. Too easy.
There we go. The other one's put down. And
And
now
what now?
rage around
I didn't hit you
him.
very hard. Who's
Spin
next?
around.
Too easy. What is it? Pow! Another one bites the dust.
Come on, let's. And we got window all up here.
Too
Those ones,
easy.
way down. Oops, wrong direction. Okay. Okay, where can I free another? Can I free another? Oh, there we go. There we go. Need more villagers. Kill these guys. Nope. Nope. Here.
Kill.
Boom. Need
Yes.
to help him really.
I didn't hit you very hard. Put up a fight. Pow! Another one bites the dust.
Boom.
And what now?
Come on, find another house that I can just open up.
I didn't hit you very hard.
Yes.
And go fill in a bit quicker. Thank you.
Huh? Huh?
Okay. Tungo, please go over there.
On my way.
Yes? What is it?
Let's find more houses to... there we go. There we go. Okay. More of them. More houses. Battle lost. Too many villagers died in the flames of their burning houses. Okay. That's annoying. Just take Boindale and just run around and free all of the villagers. Fine. That's a lot of thinking that you have to do, and my eyes are just really tearing down. Not tearing down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
And what now?
Up here. Get out of the way.
And again. Too easy.
Oh no. Oh, free the villagers before too many burn. Okay.
Hardly put up a fight. What is it?
It's great that I read everything so greatly.
Too easy. Huh? And what now?
Yeah, that's window. No.
Pow! Another one bites the dust.
Let's kill them all, man.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Huh?
Always that. Gonna knock him over.
Yes? Huh?
Really? Give me none.
And again.
They already killed me.
Very hard.
Come on. Die, all of you guys. Out of my way.
Pow! Another one bites the dust. I'm not that quick. Yes, yes, so. What is it? Too easy.
Let's kill him real quick. Let's run Blendle back up. He's a really slow dude. Nope. Get out of my way, damn it. But I can just do this. Boom! And then just knock into there and do... Oh, that. And do... And then we have... just jump. Okay, almost done the bit... more guys. And Tungia, how are you going?
Too easy.
Knocking around. There we go. Nice. Here.
Yes? Who's next?
You have to find the next house, which is right here, right?
Put up a fight.
Is this not a house? There it is. Oops. Oh well. Run down the house.
Huh?
Window is so much faster. Please just push his brother around. Find another house. Right here. There should be probably... Here. Boom.
Yes?
Okay, run up here so we can... whatever. Need to find more houses. We can break open. There we go. Come on, 2 more people. Seriously? Get out of my way, man. No. Come on, where's the last 2 houses?
Who's next? Too easy! What is it? Huh? Yes? And what now? Pow! Another one bites the dust!
There we go. Oh, no. There we go. Finally. Everybody saved. Or as many people as possible. Battle of Calmstead was won. At least we tried. Hope we get enough food to actually compensate for that, because that's a lot of food that I wasted going over here.
As soon as the last orc is killed, you and the twins free the remaining villagers.
Nice.
It would seem the stories are true. Dwarves really are the best orc killers.
Yep.
We don't have much that we can offer you. Maybe we can rustle up some food.
I'm sorry, but we can't accept this.
We can't let you leave empty-handed. If you won't accept anything else, then at least allow us to prepare a feast for you this evening.
Your protests fall on deaf ears.
Well,
the food is simple but hearty farmer's fare. The beer strong by human standards. And there's also dancing. You only really stayed on out of politeness. But you and the twins end up emptying tankard after tankard. The next morning, you set off again in good spirits and with full stomachs.
Cool. More level ups? Nah. Fine. More health potions, small health potions, 27 provisionals. Wow, that's actually a lot, man. Barely any gold this time, though. But it's fine, too. Go up here. Just go there.
You see a light through the trees some way from the path.
Oops.
It inevitably brings to... You tell the dwarves about your encounter with the woodcutters.
Ha! Very dwarf-like, but I think we'll have to teach them a lesson anyway.
Humans are not our enemies, Boindel.
You must
no.
confess that you'd have
Let's
liked to have
be
taught the
nice to
woodcutters a
them.
lesson. But Boendal is right.
But...
A harsh glance from you and Boendal silences Boindil. You continue on your way with a furious Boindil trailing behind.
Ah, he would have so enjoyed kicking his butt. So we're back at Goodwater. Yay, no injuries. Okay, so I think we killed all of them now. So that's great. The tavern.
Once again, you reach the... You walk to the...
Just looking what we got for sale because we have no provisions anymore. Get a lot of food.
Despite Boindil's loud protestations about wanting another drink,
let's go. Let's talk to the merchant or not. go to the other question mark right here and see what we have
You
here.
arrive at a small, bustling village. One thing is clearly missing from the lively scene: the sound of metal on metal from the village smithy that would normally be heard above everything else at this time of day. A dour, grim-looking man is sitting in front of the forge with his right arm in a sling. His expression brightens as he sees you, and he jumps to his feet.
Dear dwarves, could I interest you in helping me in my workshop for a day?
The man's expression is somewhere between desperation and hope. As you don't answer immediately, he continues.
You will, of course, be royally rewarded for your work. I can offer you 100 gold pieces.
Sure, why not, right? Help you get money. Better pay. Sorry, we don't have time for that. Let's help him.
I worked in a forge for a while.
You modestly conceal that in this case, a while means almost a whole human lifetime. A little later, you are standing in the workshop, examining the smith's inferior tools, while he fires up the forge and prepares everything for the job, as well as he can, with just one good arm.
Aww.
You weren't able to persuade the twins to
I
help
would
you.
love to.
As warriors, they'd rather go hunting, Boindil declared. But you think it's more probable that you'll find them drinking beer. But you don't care.
Love to start actually
You're excited
smithing or
about being
something
able to smith
at the same
again
time.
after such a long time.
After
Hours
seeing
later, you have
Alex
forgotten
steal,
everything around you.
you have so
The
much,
heat
and
of the
you need so
forge,
much time.
the sweat on your warm skin, the play of the flames. You're in your element, and work as if in a trance. The smith left the workshop ages ago, with a satisfied grin on his face.
Right, I'm talking to you.
You look up in surprise. Everything but the beating of the hammer had ceased to exist, and you didn't notice that someone has come in.
Can you do it?
You immediately dislike the middle-aged man. He sounds you out so doggedly with his light grey eyes that it feels as though he wants to look right through you and into your deepest thoughts. The man points to 2 horses.
Those 2, in 1 hour.
With the forge hammer in your hand,
Let's see
you
what
play
their
dumb.
problem is.
You blink and look back and forth between the horses and the man.
What's the deal with the horses?
You expect the man to fly off the handle, but you feel even more uneasy when he asks you quietly and very slowly to please re-shoe the 2 horses.
Ah, fine.
These 2 need shoeing? No problem.
The man doesn't look convinced, but you get to work with confidence. 2 more armed men are standing next to the horses, sizing you up.
Watch them in secretly while you work. Yeah.
You
just
concentrate on the work. The only sound you hear is the melodic beat of the hammer against the anvil. You keep track of the armed men out of the corner of your eyes. You suspect they are mercenaries. While you're fitting the 3rd horseshoe, another armed man enters the forge and speaks in hushed tones with the leader of the group.
He's the only one here.
The man nods in your direction, and you quickly shift your attention back to the work. You play it cool and complete the work. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is trying to transfix you with his eyes. The men leave the workshop without a word.
So, you're mercenaries, I take it?
You're only trying to engage in conversation, but the man looks at you incredulously, as if he didn't expect dwarves to be able to talk.
Something like that.
Got lots of work? Oh, do you know anything about the armies of orcs from the south?
We can't complain.
The man's tone makes it clear that the conversation has ended here. You carry out the work in silence. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is...
Concentrate on the rest of your work.
You ignore the horseman and concentrate on your work. When you tell the twins about your visitors later on, they know exactly who you're talking about. They encountered them on the way back from hunting. You spend the night in the smith's house and continue on your way, with your well-earned reward the next morning.
More gold, 25. I don't have any provisions left. How do I...
In the early evening, you make an unusual discovery on the side of the road. A colourful trader's wagon has been carelessly abandoned, with not a soul in sight.
What?
I don't like the look of this one bit, Boindil. You take a look around there, I'll stay on this side. Tungdil, you check the surrounding area, and be careful.
You scan the road and the woods on both sides. Apart from the twins who are fighting their way through the undergrowth within earshot, you can't hear or see anyone.
Well, that's search
You can
for
see a
tracks.
lot of tracks in the mud around the wagon. Hoof prints and footprints from humans in heavy boots. At least half a dozen long ones must have approached the wagon from the woods on both sides.
Well, then the last thing
The wagon
is
itself isn't
stamina.
damaged, nor is the drawbar. But the belts and leashes that normally hold the draft animals have been cut clean through.
Okay.
The dwindling
What's
daylight
in the-
provides little light inside the wagon.
in
It
the
smells of
wagon?
leather, spices, and candles. And there's another smell in the air, which you can't quite place. It reminds you of your forge in Lot Yonan's vaults, but different. It is messy,
Better.
but no more so than you would expect from a single dwarf. The bed is rumpled, and there are tools and leftover materials piled up on the little workbench. There are several cupboards hanging on the right-hand wall. At the end of the wagon, there's a large wardrobe, and next to the door on the left is a heavy wooden chest with rusty metal hinges.
Oh man, so much to check out, man. Just
As you
down in the
try to
chat.
lift the lid of the chest, you realize that the lock has been broken out of the wood. You open the lid and look inside. Amongst clothes and some empty boxes, you find a loot case and a beautiful loot of the kind that humans build, as well as a bag of bread and cured meat. You take the bread and the cured meat. The extra... You take the loot. You can't play, but an instrument like...
Oh right, I can actually sell stuff.
The smaller cupboards are piled high with a multitude of tins and boxes, all filled with odds and ends.
Okay, nothing really interesting.
You reach for the knob of the wardrobe, and then stop. The rug in front of the wardrobe squelches as you step on it, as if you had stepped in a puddle.
Hey,
You
that
try to
doesn't
work
sound-
out what has soaked the rug, when suddenly the door of the wardrobe springs open and something bounces. You take a step back, and the realization of what hit you makes you take two more. Lying on the floor in front of you is the body of a dwarf, headless.
How dare
His head
they?
has been cut clean from his neck. The dwarf is wearing clothes that look more like human robes and bears no coat of arms that would identify his kingdom. You didn't know him, but no one deserves to die. His head
No,
is being
let's
cut
check
off
that out.
cleanly, probably with a sharp blade. A quick glance in the wardrobe confirms what you already suspect. The dwarf's head is nowhere to be seen.
Well,
You give a short, sharp whistle, and the twins come running at the double. You tell them what you found.
A group of horsemen with heavy boots has been here. I found Mort in the wagon. Beheaded. I have a hunch that the mercenaries from Fallow Rock have something to do with this.
Wretched dwarf killers!
You can tell that Boindil wants revenge and can understand his feelings well. You wrap
find
the
them.
body in linen, dig a hole in the woods, and place the body in it. You lay a couple of his tools and other personal belongings you found in the wagon next to him. You wish there was more you could do for him. You continue on your journey in gloomy spirits.
man, that must be hard to find a person just wretched up like that.
You come across an orchard next to a farmstead and surrounded by several fields of wheat. You don't see anyone working in the fields, but there's a young man lying under an apple tree. He has his legs crossed and a straw hat is covering his face.
Excuse me, but we're looking for a group of mercenaries. Have they passed by here?
The young man is startled. He must have nodded off. He looks around anxiously. When he sees you, the fear disappears from his face and is replaced by curiosity. It seems to you that the man is sizing you up.
And if I answer, what's in it for me?
What do you got?
If you can't help us, we'd be happy to ask the owner of the farmstead.
Let's ask.
We'll
the
just
farmer
tell
dude.
him that the man sleeping in the shade
Sounds
of the
better.
orchard sent us. What do you think?
The man seems to size
Blackmail
you up,
him.
and then a crooked smile spreads across his face.
All right, you caught me. The people rode northwest.
Northwest.
But please don't tell Father Mullen.
There's no reason for that if you
Going
told
in
the
the right
truth.
direction, right?
So, northwest, you say?
You continue on your journey, while the lazy labourer sinks back into the grass.
Don't have a lot of food, so let's go directly
The
there.
first thing you notice as you enter the village of Clintal is how quiet it is. There is hardly a soul in the streets, and the few people you do see immediately disappear into their houses as you get closer. Boindil draws his axes, and Boendal his raven's beak.
Something's
Raven's
not quite
beak.
right here.
That's nice.
Be alert.
Love it. Continue into the village.
You walk on until you reach the village square. Without a word, men enter the square from the left and the right, cutting off your way. You recognize the leader of the group of mercenaries, looking you over with a satisfied expression. Standing next to him is a frail man with greying hair, who doesn't seem able to cope with the situation. He tries several times to say something, but can't find the right words.
Assholes.
Are
Let's
you going
provoke
to
him.
kill us, just like you killed the travelling trader?
The leader of the mercenaries shakes his head sadly and seems shaken.
You fiends want to lay the blame on us. You damn murderers.
What?
Murderers? Come here, dwarf killer.
Are you denying your terrible deed? You were seen murdering poor old Mort, one of your kind, in cold blood.
The old man points unnecessarily to the leader of the mercenaries.
What? We are dwarves, and dwarves would never do anything like this to another dwarf, which is not directly true, because the people know of the thirdlings. We are looking for his killer, so you saw us do it and intervene and set us a trap a few days later in the middle of nowhere.
So apparently, you saw us committing murder, but you didn't intervene? And then you overtook us and only set a trap for us now, and here, several days' journey from the place where it happened. Your story doesn't seem to make much sense.
No, it doesn't.
We knew that the good people of Clintal would stand by us in confronting you. Mort was well known and respected around here.
But how did you know that we would come to Clintal of all places? If you were really tracking us, that wouldn't have been possible. But if you, on the other hand, were the ones being tracked, then it would have been easy for you to steer us into this trap.
He does have a point, Medarin. Why did you?
The village elder stops mid-sentence as the leader of the mercenaries draws his sword. The village elder turns from the mercenary to look at you, and then gives his men a signal to withdraw.
Okay, so you're just gonna leave us alone. Let's kick some butts and avenge our fallen dwarven comrade, even though he probably was a thirdling, actually. No, actually, something else. Don't wanna. I'm really trying to not spoil too much from the get-go. So, let's see. Come on, let's kick some butt. I'm ready to kick some butt.
Watch out for the archers.
Kick some butt. Archers. What do we got here? Grants 1 extra action point every 5 seconds during battle. Ooh. So I'm not really getting that anyway, but that sounds fun. An item, 2 to 3 skills, relationship is growing, 35, 35, 35. What is this?
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Alright, that one.
Huh?
Come on, get up there, Jim, you'll do. And let's swoop across.
Too easy! What is it?
Boom.
What is it?
Here, boom, 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 boom. Go crazy! Wait, ah! Oh, he's in the bloodlust. I can't control him really. That's why he's actually called Ingram, because you can't control him whenever he's in the bloodlust. Yeah, so that's that. That window. Oh. Relaxed. Okay, let's
on my way
up there. Okay, let's go. Go. Get up here and just go and go crazy. Go.
Please wait a moment.
Okay.
I can't do that yet, huh?
What is it?
Yes.
Heal him up.
Yes.
Boom.
He hardly put up a fight.
Do that and get rid of them. Still not everybody done? Okay, let's window go forward. Let's find these guys. Oh, nope. Where are the rest of the mercenaries? Oh, there they are.
Understood.
What is it?
You join Wendell. Take somebody else in there. So boom.
Yes.
And he's in a rage again. Nope. Here now. Boom.
Please wait a moment. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Ow! Another one bites the dust.
Boom.
And what now?
Tackles. Fine. Everybody done. On healed back up. Sounds amazing. Can stun enemies. If you attack a stunned enemy, you deal a critical hit. Okay, that's cool. Or laying down enemies. So also
the last of the mercenaries falls to the ground, but Boindil is still in the frenzy of battle. You and Boendal have to physically restrain him until he comes to his senses. Otherwise, you'd have stormed the houses to find more adversaries.
Yeah.
You walk up to the body of the mercenaries' leader and search his pockets. You soon find something. A letter.
An anonymous client seeks dwarf skulls cleanly cut, shorn, and put into jars with honey. 1,000 gold coins will be paid for each skull. Khan, Bounty Hunters Guild Master.
That's bounty hunters.
Wow.
Hunting for dwarves. Despicable.
I'll just, yeah, show it to the villagers.
You hold the letter aloft so that everyone can see it.
Look, citizens of Clintel, proof that these men are the killers. They are bounty hunters hunting for dwarves.
The village elder comes out of one of the houses, flanked by other villagers. You ignore their weapons, as well as their sinister expressions, and hand over the letter.
It would seem you are telling the truth, and you only killed those who deceived us. I thank you for this.
The village elder signals to a woman.
Really annoying.
And a few moments later, she brings you food and a bag of gold.
Take this in thanks for your actions.
Oh yeah, you got food. Window about to level up. Nice. More provisions. Cool. Added stuff to my inventory. So this is still not done, actually. Bit confused because there are no more ore cords, right? So I do have enough provisions to just go straight into what's the name, and I don't have to go to Sungurd. What is this? So we're just right above Parister, which is the capital of Gulgod and Leos Nurin, or Nurin the Knowledge Lusty. I think, yeah, and then we have Weyern, which we'll go later too. But this is Garuga, another kingdom which has a mage palace right in the middle of it, which is Parista. It's just a tavern. And then we have Sangpa. Okay, cool. Fine, just go up there. And main mission, Greendale.
You approach the village and can tell even from far off that something isn't right. The smell of burnt wood and death is in the air. That's
never great. But also, I think Greendale is a human city, and not the elves yet. The elves are a bit further up, but we're right on the edge of Alandir, which is one of the elven kingdoms. So let's see how that goes, and then probably leave the episode right here. I've been playing for approximately an hour, a bit over it probably. After the immensely long
the piggies have really shown those pointy ears. We couldn't have done it any better.
Oh, so it is
Stay alert. I want to find out what happened to Greg.
Elven one. So let's figure out what happened. There's a body on the tree?
The elf maiden's graceful snow-white face still radiates beauty, in terrible contrast to the rest of her appearance.
That doesn't
From the neck down,
sound
she's
like
nothing more than a blood-red, damp and glistening skeleton. There are long
Looks
nails
horrendous.
sticking through her thin bones, and where her beautiful eyes once were are now gaping black holes.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like piggies. Nothing in there. Oh, so horrendous. I'm reading a history book at the moment from like around 0 BC or 080, however you want to say it, and it's just horrendous how
read about the elves and their buildings.
History is depicted.
This here had always
so this
just been a
is
small
really
example of their architectural skill, which achieved perfection in Alandur. Now burning and ruined, the pavilion makes an even sadder impression.
Oh, there's a painting.
The hand that painted this picture was that of a master. It is composed exclusively in shades of red, but every single little detail is painstakingly and precisely reflected. Trees, the remains of buildings, bodies. You hesitate.
This picture portrays the village in its state of ruin.
Examining the canvas more closely, you realize that it is actually made of skin, and the red paint seems more than suspicious now.
Let's burn it!
This is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
So this guy, I guess thing. As you probably imagine, it's blood basically. So skin and blood, and yeah, we'll probably meet them in a moment. Let's see if I can find them. Can I run? Ow! Man, burned myself. Just want to look at the fire.
The smell of the smoke has accompanied you for a while now. But here, so close to the bodies, it is masked by the sweet smell of death.
Scream.
You have a bitter taste in your mouth and have to pull yourself together to avoid vomiting in disgust.
Fine. Let's find some more. Wait.
Hoofprints burned into the ground.
Alfar?
The fire
Yes.
in Boindale's eyes flares up with delight.
Huzzah! That would make a change from those stupid Piggies. Did you hear that, brother? We might get to test our blades on Tion's pointy ears.
So yeah, Tion and then the Alfar still have another name. Let's
Green
look at the
Glade is one
dead.
of the few places in Girdlegard where humans and elves live together.
Oh.
You don't see any elven features among all the faces contorted with pain and fear. You look away.
Alfar really, 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 really do not like elves at all. Because there's another goddish-like person. And so, yeah. Who tried to make elves, but then Palendiel or Syntalas, one of the two, actually cursed them. That's how the Alfar were born. Pretty hardcore.
The Magus had these books on him when he was attacked. Was he trying to bring them to safety?
Your eyes fall upon a sealed letter next to the books. The circumstances seem grave enough for you to break the seal.
Greetings, Tony.
Magus. No.
I'm glad to hear that you finally wish to confide in Lot Yonan. I have found out something new about the demon. It's all written in these books. I think they are the key to his destruction, or I hope so, at least. Yours faithfully, Goren.
Okay. So we got some more books.
What demon are they talking about?
You instinctively think about how the magical barrier is only a few days' march north of here, and beyond it, Varakas only knows what kind of creatures live in the Perish Land.
You destroyed my painting. Now I need fresh blood to paint a new one.
Alpha. An elf.
This will be fun. We finally get to fight.
I hope your blood doesn't clot too much. It has to be nice and fluid for my fine brushstrokes.
Ha! How do you plan to defeat us, pointy ears? There are 3 of us.
Oh, only 3. That makes it easier.
She looks over the corpses.
Othar and Lueth Buanre.
What's happening?
Oh, wait. Didn't they say the death?
The perished land.
Oh man.
Impossible. Greenglade is south of the barrier.
I know of nothing else that can resurrect the dead. Knock their heads off or they'll keep coming back.
Oh, that's so gross. Oh, so gross. I think I'm good. What in the world? What?
And again. Vile creature.
Oh man, we have to. What in the world?
The dust. Too easy. Next.
I am so confused.
I didn't hit you very hard.
What in the world just happened?
Killed.
hardly put up a fight.
Come on, kill them all.
And again.
No, I didn't. Whatever.
Killed, huh?
Ow.
He hardly put up a fight. I didn't hit you very hard. Killed.
Let's see. Anyone else?
And again. Too easy. He hardly put up a fight. I didn't hit you very hard.
Dead. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Boom.
What is it?
Wait. Poor Tungdil. Get away, Tungdil. Tungdil, run. Here.
I can't do
Good.
that yet.
Do this Mar.
Yeah.
Here. Just rage around at her.
What is it?
All done? Okay. Everybody get up here. Kill the Mar, man. I think they're called Mars.
He hardly put up a fight.
Kill her!
Yes?
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
Go in there. Get that horsey.
Wait.
Get that horsey. Oh. That is one annoying horsey.
Yes, soon.
I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna rush over. I'm so confused. So annoying. There we go. Kill that stupid horsey, man. Also, that woman on the tree. That was the most disgusting thing.
Dwarves, you protected the glade.
Well, not really. Weren't you not trying to kill me?
The perished land. The barrier has fallen.
You can feel your stomach cramping. Unlike Boindale, you can't say a word.
The damn Magi only had one job.
So this is what it is like to rise from the dead. I feel nothing. I am left with nothing. My love, my beauty, my home, and my forest. Everything has been taken from me.
But Alandur is any further up.
I beg you, have mercy, and put an end to my suffering.
Boindale, gladly.
Without even being able to look into her eyes, you recognize the sadness in the elf maiden's expression. The dignity that she must once have radiated can only be imagined in her current state.
Ren was here, and I've heard that you elves have special abilities in battle. Did the Alfar take you by surprise in your sleep?
I felt her presence, but when I confronted the elf, she had already killed the first of us and resurrected the perished land. It fills humans and dwarves with a hatred for life. It turns you into beasts. They charged through the village like a fury, and everyone that they killed became one of theirs.
If the perished land spreads further south, then Nod On won't need any orcs, ogres, or Alfar. One human losing their life in the perished land would be enough for the madness to sweep through the land like the plague.
Well, and let's be nice to her. She's the she's one of the few that actually can persist the perished land. Just come back and be empty.
Your stomach turns, but you know that it's right.
Decapitate her.
You've never seen the twins looking so serious. They would pit themselves against any army of orcs, but this is something beyond their power. And yours.
We need the Magi. They must rebuild the barrier. We must go to Lotyonen before the Perish Land spreads further. He will know what is to be done.
Neither of your companions objects.
I can't believe it. The barrier has fallen. How could that happen?
Who can tell? Anything could go wrong with all that hocus-pocus.
It had held back the Perish Land since the fall of the Fifthlings. Reinforcing the barrier whenever it loses power is the primary duty of the Great Mage. I can't imagine how Nodon or anyone else could have broken through it.
You think of the demons mentioned in Garen's letter. You wonder whether it could be possible that a demon from the Outer Lands might possess powers so great that even the 6 Magi weren't ready for it.
Yay! Tungdil leveled up, and Brendel looks like a level up too. Sweet! Ooh, Brendel gets a new power. So what do we want? Also get a Gleave or a Charge. Brendel storms through enemies for several meters and throws them back far at the end. I like the Cleave. Let's go for the Charge though. It's funny just to think about the Raven beak running rampant. Yeah, confirm. Ooh. Leap attack charge. I think go with the leap attack. Cool, confirm that. What do we get? What is this? Ivory figurine. A finely carved ivory figurine, very valuable. Okay, cool. Well, that's that. We met the elves for the first time, and the first thing we got to see is that elves completely hollowed out, basically. So, actually not basically. Really. So, yeah. I really thank you for watching, and if you have any suggestions for any games, you might just put it down in the comment section down below, or just want to comment about any historical things that are similar groups. Just put it in the comment. I'll see if I have time to comment on those, and I really thank you, and I'll see you then in the next video, which will probably be this weekend at some point, maybe tomorrow morning or some other time. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.